Yo, what's up, YouTube? Edwin the Comic Jabroni coming at you, and I've got a special video for you guys. In this video, I'm going to talk about my 1 week spent in Tampa, Florida, the comic shops that I went to, the books that I picked up, and the awesome people in the community that I was able and fortunate enough to meet. So you're not going to want to miss it. Make sure to stick around. Welcome back, guys. Like I said at the beginning of the video, my name is Edwin the Comic Jabroni, and this past week, Monday through Friday, I was in Tampa, Florida, guys, and I had such a great time. I was there for some training, but while I was there, I was able to drive around and go to a couple different comic shops and meet some awesome members of the community. So before I get into the books that I picked up, by the way, it was 34 books that I picked up while I was there, and they were comics that I just really don't get a chance to see too often over here. Some variants that are harder to come by, and when I got to see them there, I said, oh, I need this in my personal collection. But one of the biggest things that I wanted to do while I was there was see some members of the community that I just will never have really an opportunity to see again. I have no idea when I'm going to go back to Florida, although I do, want to go back, and I want to take the family. We want to go to Disney World. But while I was there, I had to see my brothers from the comic triple threat, Rod the Rican and Perry Comics. Guys, Monday when I flew into Tampa, I got to the hotel, I had a rental car, and I looked up on the Google Maps, hey, how far is Rod from where I'm at? And it was about, for me, because of traffic there in Tampa, it was about an hour and 20-minute drive. So I drove there on Monday, and I'm going to post a link right here to the video that we did that night, that evening. We went live and we talked, and we just had a great time. Meeting Rod was just an incredible experience for me, man. One of the first guys that really introduced me into this huge comic book YouTube community. I jumped on, he was the first live stream that I ever jumped onto, and he was the one that sparked that interest in me getting to go live. And then on Tuesday, after class, I got out a little early and I hit up Perry Comics. I was like, yo, Perry, I'm coming over. And he's like, all right, let's do this. I went over to Perry's, and that was about, a 40-minute drive to Perry's house. And we did buy your pass from Perry's house, live and on location from Perry's house. I'm going to post that link up there so you can check it out. So I was able to see Rod the Rican's Man Cave on Monday, and then I got to see Perry's Man Corner on Tuesday, and we just had such a great time. So while I was at Rod's, if some of you guys know this, Rod keeps this coconut in his man cave, and he shows it on his live streams. I said, Rod, I'm taking the coconut. The coconut is coming with me to San Antonio. But I had Rod sign it, and then on Tuesday I took it over to Perry's house and I had Perry sign it, guys. So this is the comic triple threat coconut, Le Champion coconut. Bam! This is the coconut, guys, right here. So it is now in the possession of the Comic Jabroni. So to talk about the comic shops that I went to while I was there, the first one that I was actually able to see and go to and visit and buy a book from, was called Nerd Culture, and it was in a mall that was literally down the street from the building that I was training in. So for lunch, the instructors were saying, hey, most people just go to the mall. So while I was at the mall, I said, let me see if there's any comic shops in the mall or really close by, because we had like an hour and 40 minutes for lunch. And lucky enough for me, guys, I was able to go into this place called Nerd Culture, and I'm gonna play some B-roll video while I'm talking. Guys, this was a small shop inside the mall, but as I walked in, there was a 25% off sale going on, and I don't know if this is something that they always have going on or it was just special for this 1 week. Maybe they knew that the Comic Jabroni was coming in. But inside of these, it was like 6 to 8, short boxes. they had stuff new, new modern age comics, and they had a couple Bronze Age books in there, and it was all 25% off. And I was able to find one book, but along the top of the walls, they had really their wall books, their more expensive books. They sold a lot of pop figures there, nice statues. It was a great store, little mom and pop owned comic shop, and it's just incredible to be able to go into a different city in a different state and go to a comic book store. And I was able to find one book there that I was kind of like, wow, they have this for this price and 25% off. So I'll show you that when I get into what books I picked up while I was there, what my haul was in Tampa. But that was on on Tuesday. So on Wednesday after class, I drove to Brandon, Florida to go meet the comic book pusher, or Dwayne, at his store called the Comics Club, guys. And if you don't know who this is, Dwayne is the shredder of comics. He has this sweet variant, one-of-a-kind item that he sells, right? And his collection that he sells in his store is about 130,000 comics deep, right? And he picks certain books out of there and he shreds them and he puts them in these little boxes and he sells them. And part of the proceeds to that go to charity, right? I think it was the St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And Perry and myself actually met up there, and I also got to meet Jim Boatwright and his son, Little Boatwright. And if you guys don't know Jim Boatwright, he is one of the most incredible, amazing artists in this comic YouTube community. He drew that Shredder and Michelangelo painting that I got right back there. Absolutely incredible artist. But I got to meet him. I got to meet his son, meet Perry again for the second day in a row. I met Dwayne and we shredded comics. When I walked in, Dwayne said, hey, I want us to record some content. You go out there and you go pick 3 books from everything that I have in the back issue bins, $10 and below. Pick 3. One of them is going to be yours that you're going to shred, and I'm going to put it in a box. I'm going to send it to you in San Antonio. The other 2, we're going to put your logo on it, and we're going to sell it on eBay or in the store, and the proceeds, again, are going to go to charity. So I think that's amazing, guys. But this store was incredible, and Perry did a live stream and he also recorded a vlog. So I'm gonna post that right there. Definitely go check that out, man. We had such a blast at the Comics Club, and I wish that I lived in Brandon, Florida, just so I can say that local comic shop is my home base of operations. You know what I mean? Like, just to be able to go there every day. He just had bought a 6,000 comic collection to sell in a store, and I was probably one of the first people to go through that collection. I was able to pick through it. I was probably the 3rd person, because when I walked in, there was already somebody, and he said that his friend had already picked through it. But there were so many incredible books. I'm going to show you what I picked up. I dropped a good amount of money in that store for these comics. But man, Dwayne, he had such an incredible deal going on. Buy 2, get 1 free for anything $10 and under. And anything over that $10 mark, he gave me, I think it was like 20 or 25% off, or what, if you have a subscription in his store, right? If you have a box where he holds Wednesday New Comic Book Day books for you, he also gives you 20% off of the old stock. So I think that's incredible, guys. If you are in that Brandon, Florida area, Comics Club should be a store that you guys go and frequent a lot. I'm going to show you those books here in a little bit.
Doing that stuff. So
it's Dwayne getting ready. Perry Comics.
This is the first time we've ever done it this way on the show.
Oh, that's what she said. And he's getting everything ready to shred. Shredding the Turtles, shredding Conan, shredding Daredevil for Rod since he couldn't be here.
Comic jabroni, guys.
Oh yeah. These are Perry's books he's gonna shred.
Right here. Look at the shredder himself.
Jim Boatwright.
Oh.
Boom. There it is. That's the Biggie Shag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh damn, got the guns out.
But again, getting to meet Perry, getting to meet Boatwright, getting to meet Dwayne, Rod the Rican was just an incredible experience. I wish I had more time to meet more people. I know Stone Cold Steve Whiting, him and I, we tried to meet each other on Thursday, the last night I was there, and it got to be a little too late. It was a little bit difficult, so I wasn't able to, but I'm gonna try to make it to Florida again. Like I said, I don't know when that's gonna be, but I'm really gonna try. I wanna go down and meet more people from there. But we had a great time. But one of the things, before I show you what books I got, Perry gifted me this Paper Girls trade paperback, right? Number one, he gave me this book and he signed it on the inside with one of the ugliest signatures I've ever seen in my life. But Perry Comics signed it. He said, read it, man. It's incredible. What I can say, my little review is, it's not for me, right? It's not my favorite read. There's a lot of people that absolutely love Paper Girls. I thought it was okay, right? But what I want to do is I want to send this out to another member of the community so that they get to read it. I'm going to sign it. Perry signed it. I'll sign it. I'm going to send it to somebody else in the community, and I want them to read it. I want them to sign it and just continue on, because I want this first page right here to be full of signatures of everybody from the comic book community, guys. So if you're interested in that, yo, hit me up in the comment section below. Let me know if you're interested in reading Paper Girls. I'll send this out to you, so you can read it, so you can sign it, and let's send it out to the community to have people read. And that's something that I want for the rest of the community. There's so many trades out there that people have. They read it and then they put it away in their bookshelves and they may not ever read it again. Well, I want to give others the chance to read these great stories that you guys love. Let's sign these books, let's send them out to the community, and give them a chance to read a story that you absolutely love. But, guys, enough of that. I'm going to change the camera setup a little bit, and we're going to show what books did Edwin the Comic Jabroni get on this haul. I think it was a great day for me in picking up books, but I'll be right back. All right, guys, so a little bit of a different setup here. So this first stack of books are books that I was A-okayed by Rod the Rican, Perry Comics, and then books that I bought from Dwayne, the comic book pusher at the Comics Club. First book up, The End, Miles Morales, issue number 1. Rod knew that I hadn't read it. I didn't pick it up the day that it came out, but he had it, he read it, he said he liked it, so he's like, here, Edwin, you can have the book so you can give that a read. Next up, we've got Bat Family, issue number 20. This absolutely amazing Batman issue. Rod knows that I love Batman, and it's a newsstand. So I absolutely love this cover and this book. Rod, thank you so much for the 2 books that you A-okayed me. Next up on the list, we've got this absolutely beautiful virgin cover. I think it's Venom issue 18 or 19 with Venom and Spider-Man on the cover, done by Tyler Kirkham. And this is actually a store exclusive from Perry Comics store that he goes to in where he lives in Tampa. So I absolutely dig that cover. He was like, here you go, man. You can have this book right here. Now, so the next set of books are DC Universe logo books that I picked up while I was in the Comics Club. You guys know I am such a huge fan of these DC Universe logo books, and this is Detective Comics issue 675. I grabbed Aquaman issue number 1, and I did leave the prices on there. As you could tell, man, some of these they're gonna be pretty cheap, and anything, like I said, under $10. Dwayne did buy 2 get 1 free. So there's Aquaman issue number 1 from August of '94, DC Universe logo. I grabbed Green Lantern issue number 54. This is a big, kind of a key issue, because this one right here is the issue where Kyle Rayner's girlfriend gets murdered and stuffed into a fridge. It's insane. DC Universe logo. Also grabbed from the 0 Hour Green Lantern issue number 55. Got Detective Comics issue 678, DC Universe logo. I grabbed Flash issue 93, DC Universe logo. And the last DC Universe logo, Wonder Woman issue 89. When I told Dwayne that I actually wanted this one, he's like, dude, it's not in the great condition, man. You can have it. And I was like, all right, buddy. Yeah, absolutely beautiful Brian Boland cover right there. So that's that stack. Let's get into the next stack. All right, so the next stack of books are actually all associated with 0 Hour. And the main reason I grabbed this whole stack is because they are actually variants because of that 0 Hour logo down in the bottom. So here is 0 Hour issue number 1, and these came out in the 90s in 1994. There's number 1, there's 0 Hour issue number 2, and as you can tell, There's that 0 Hour logo down there in the bottom. There's number 3, number 4, and then the all-white cover, issue number 0, which you would think goes before 1, but this is actually the end of the series, issue number 0. And all of them had the 0 Hour logo in the bottom UPC. Continuing on with that trend, I got Aquaman issue number 0, which is a 0 Hour logo variant. And I am going to make a video on these books for my What the Heck is a 0 Hour logo variant, guys. So be on the lookout for that. But there's Aquaman 0. Here's Shadow of the Bat, issue number 0, the variant. I grabbed Catwoman, issue 0. This super awesome Flash cover, number 0, with the logo on the bottom. We grab Green Lantern, issue 0. And the last one is Wonder Woman, issue number 0, and that again is a Brian Bolland cover, man. Bolland, such a badass with his Wonder Woman covers, and it's the logo variant. So I showed you my DC Universe logos, and I showed you my 0 Hour logos, but now let's get into the really big books. All right, so this next set of books, no real theme to them. There's gonna be a lot of Batman in here. But again, there were books that when I was going through that 6,000 comic collection, there were books that I hadn't really ever come across before. And look at this, the badass of all badasses, Chuck Norris, Karate Commandos, issue number 1 from Star Comics. I picked that up. Also grabbed Total Recall, the movie special with Arnold on the cover, guys. I could not pass this one up at all. And it's a newsstand. Here we're getting into some Batman books. I picked up Batman Incorporated, issue number 8. This is the death of Damian Wayne Robin. Picked up 52, week 11. This is that first full appearance of Kate Kane as Batwoman. And she's on the cover looking all badass. Here is 52, week 7, which is the first appearance of Kate Kane. I grabbed this amazing Jock cover written by Scott Snyder, The Black Mirror, which is such an incredible story. Detective Comics, issue 871. I have the second print, which is all red instead of black and gray, so I had to get the first printing of it. Here's 872. This is the first appearance of The Dealer, 872, another Jock cover. And I grabbed issue 876, Hungry City, another amazing Jock cover. And the last issue of the first volume of Detective Comics, issue 881. So I also grabbed issue 21 of Batman of the New 52. This is that first appearance of Duke Thomas, who becomes the Signal. I think this is probably like my 4th copy of this. I think it's just a first appearance that kind of goes under the radar. A lot of people don't really talk about it too often. Grabbed an older Detective Comics. This is an 80s Detective Comics, 571. Really like this this issue, and it has the newsstand. And the really big book that I grabbed from the Comics Club is DC Comics Presents issue number 47. Now, it is not a near mint copy, I know that, but it is a book that I've wanted for a long time. This is the first appearance of He-Man and Skeletor in DC Comics. So, absolutely amazed that I was able to find that. Nobody had already picked that up. He had it at $8 plus the 20% off, plus it was buy two get one free. You can't beat that. So, the one book that I picked up from Nerd Culture in that mall that I spoke of is The Demon, issue number 4. Some Jack Kirby greatness right there. I couldn't believe it. They had it priced, I don't know if you can see that, but right there, they had it priced at $10. Plus I got 25% off on that. I think this is an amazing book, amazing cover, done by Jack Kirby, and it's a Bronze Age book. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, was super happy to get that book, guys. But that is my haul from Tampa, Florida. Let's get back to the show. All right, guys. So, hey, that's the haul that I got from Tampa this whole week that I was there. I grabbed a bunch of amazing books, and I even grabbed like that 0 hour logo variant, which gave me an idea for another episode of what the heck is. A lot of people didn't know, and for a while there, I didn't even know that that was a variant to that 0 hour. A lot of those, you know, Zero issues, the Batman Zero, Detective Wonder Woman Zero, a lot of them come with just a regular barcode there in that UPC square. Those come with the 0 hour, so be on the lookout. I am going to drop a what the heck is on those variants. Plus the DC Universe logo, you know, those are hard to come by, and I was able to, you know, pull off a haul of about 8 or 9 of those right there. But the really big one, in my opinion, was that DC Comics Presents issue 47. Man, first appearance of He-Man in DC Comics. That's a great book to get, and at a great price that I got it for. So guys, hey, I hope you enjoyed this little haul video from Tampa. I think it was epic, or it was perfect. Dude, let me know what you guys think. Are you ever going to go down to the Tampa area, or have you been and you've been to the Comics Club? I know there's going to be a ton of comic YouTubers going out to MegaCon here in Orlando at the end of, I think it's March or beginning April or something like that. I hope you guys have a great time out there. I wish the Comic Jabroni could make it, but not in the cards this year. But guys, thanks for watching. Hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. Join the hashtag Comic Jabroni Nation. But until next time, take it easy. Have a great weekend. Peace.